So a big part of the journey is just daily life. My life is often spent as the bike mechanic at our local shop, Small Town Sports and Outdoors. You see the STS on my shirt, that's our bike brand. We also have a bike shop. This time of year, we do a lot of winter maintenance. The customer brought in a bike for winter maintenance, the base package, so we won't be removing the bottom bracket or bleeding the brakes. We also don't want to replace anything if it's not needed. So the customer brought up that there's some noise up in the headset area, and there's noticeably something loose in the front end. You can see here I have the brakes locked and rocking it back and forth, and I can see that the headset is loose, and it definitely needs to be addressed. You know, these winter maintenance things, this is one of my favorite things to do, especially a bike like this. We're going to get it back to good. And I find that very relaxing. And I would encourage anyone to do some maintenance yourself. Get to know your bike. It'll make it easier to fix a problem if something would come up on the road. And I would also encourage you to support your local bike shop. So the customer bought this bike used, so he wouldn't know how old it is. It's got an entry-level drivetrain, 3x9, which would mean 3 chain rings up front and 9 gears in the back. But the frame is solid, and it's working well, and sometimes those simple drivetrains make the most sense. And this one is firing very well, and it works. It's just in great shape from a drivetrain standpoint. Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to get the wheels off and clean it up a bit. Mountain bikes have a lot of dings and scratches. Cleaning the frame is a good way to check for cracks, any kind of issue that might be there. And this frame does have some dings, but it's in pretty good shape. Now let's take a look at the headset. I'm using the stool here, so I don't have to take the hydraulic line off. And the stool is just there, so might as well use it. And when I take it apart, I can see that the crown race is loose. And all the bearings that are visible have metal shavings on them. I didn't get a good shot of that, but the headset was destroyed, and so we're going to have to replace it. I'm installing a Cane Creek headset. We had another one in stock, but the cost is pretty close, and we're big fans of Cane Creek. Oh yeah, popping the cups out is a lot of fun. There's a YouTube channel called RJ the Bike Guy, and in one video he shows you how to make some of your own tools, something like a headset installer. And they work, and it's cool to make your own tools, but you know, the Park Tool option here is pretty nice and makes quick work of the job. One thing to note, I use old bike boxes to catch the muck coming off the bike when cleaning the chain. And yes, I like to start with WD-40. I've always been told to be careful with WD-40 on a bike. But I thoroughly clean the chain and lube it before it goes back to the customer. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of this chain cleaner, but it does get the job done. And there's a little compressed air to clean off any debris. So there we have the chain lubed and the excess is wiped off. The brakes are in great shape, excellent stopping power. The bottom bracket seems solid, no feelings of any kind of bearing wear. The only thing that really jumped out that wasn't working on this bike is the non-drive side pedal. You can feel the bearings, and so we're going to talk about replacing pedals. But overall, this has been a solid bike. The entire repair, inspection, and cleaning took about 2 hours. So if you need your bike checked, come see us at Small Town Sports. If you need to relax and get some greasy hands, dig in. You might enjoy bike maintenance. And there's good how-to videos out there. And if you get stuck, we're always here to help.